If you ever thought, why is running so hard and uncomfortable? Or maybe this just isn't for me, stay with me because today I'm sharing 12 easy tips that you can start using right away. Like today, if you go out on the next run, to make running feel smoother, easier, and even more enjoyable. And you know, some of these you probably never heard of before. A couple of them might even surprise you, but they will all work. So let's dive into these 12 tips that I took directly from my 6-pillar framework. I've got a playlist right here where I break down each pillar. And I made this framework especially for women over 50 because we really need different information than what is out there on the internet. So here we go. Let's dive in. The first one and the first pillar is mindfulness. So my first tip is start each run with 3 deep breaths. Like before you even hit start on your watch, just pause for a moment. Get really intentional and take 3 deep breaths, calming breaths in through your nose and then out through your mouth. This simple pause is going to help you settle your nervous system and bring you into the moment. So instead of rushing into the run, thinking about your to-do list or the million things that are in your head right now, it'll help you feel more grounded and focused from the start of your run. Tip number 2 under mindfulness is to set an intention or your why for each specific run. Before you start moving, ask yourself, why am I heading out today? Is it to clear your head? Is it to build a habit? Enjoy some fresh air? Are you training for a race? Setting an intention gives your run meaning, even if it's just, I need 15 minutes to myself. It could also be something like, I'm giving myself permission to take walk breaks today, or I want to practice relaxing my shoulders. Here's the best part. You can change your intention mid-run. If you head out planning to run real strong, but end up just needing a slower and maybe a more restorative pace, that's not you failing. That's you being flexible. So don't forget, these are always your rules and you get to change them anytime you want to. Next pillar is mindset. First thing is to change your self-talk to I'm learning. You may be thinking things like, I'm too slow, or I'll never get back to that pace I had 10 years ago, or I can't run for more than a minute without dying. Instead of beating yourself up, try this simple mantra while you're running or walking, and they help shift your mindset without feeling cheesy or forced. Like, I'm learning how to pace myself. I'm learning how to stay consistent. Or I'm learning how to make my own rules about my running story. This little small shift is going to give your brain permission to grow without judgment. The next tip, number 4, is to set one win for each run. Before you start your run or your walk, pick a small thing that you'll focus on, your personal win for the day. This can really be combined with the other one where I talked about setting your intention for the run. They could even be the same thing. It's not about your distance or speed or how many calories you're burning. It's really about what you want to practice or notice or feel proud of on this run. Your win might be, I'll focus on keeping my shoulders relaxed, like I said earlier, or I'll take walk breaks before I run out of breath, or I won't compare myself to all the runners that are passing me today, or I'll celebrate the fact that I'm showing up for myself today. It doesn't have to be big. As a matter of fact, it really shouldn't be. The goal is to walk or run away, pun intended, from that session feeling successful, not defeated. And hey, if this kind of stuff feels hard for you to do on your own, or you're just not really sure how to piece it all together in a way that works for you and your pace and your body, then let's have a talk. You can set up a call with me so we can just chat. It'll be super casual, just you and me talking about where you're at, maybe what your goals are. I'll drop the link below in the description. I'd love to talk to you. Next, we're moving on to the next pillar, which is technique. So this is tip number 5 now. Shorten your stride. One of the biggest mistakes women over 50 make is overstriding. If you look down and you can see your shin when you're running, you're overstriding. So you want to use shorter, quicker steps. Aim for very light steps that are falling under your body, not out in front. This helps reduce impact, and it also makes running feel smoother, like right away. One of my favorite visuals is to imagine that you're running with a pencil skirt all the way down to your ankles, and that it won't let you lengthen your stride. So give that a try. And then number 6, you could add this, is to make pretend that you're a tree being chopped down. Think of leaning into your run just a tiny bit from your ankles, not your waist. And this technique from Chi running actually helps to let gravity pull us forward, so you're not muscling through it, which makes it hard. So for example, if this were your body right here and your feet would be down here, you're just going to have this just gentle slight fall right here. Okay, and also you want to make sure for sure that you're aligned, so always make sure you're lifting through the crown of your head before you even get into position. Now we're moving to the next pillar, which is the training pillar. Add a walk before you need it. Yes, don't wait until you're dying and exhausted to take a walk break. Schedule it in early and often. This keeps your energy more steady throughout the run. It's going to prevent that crash and burn feeling. And it's not cheating, it's actually smart. Someday you may decide that you might want to run X amount of miles or minutes straight without stopping. But for now, especially if you're just starting, it just makes sense to ease into that and just include walk breaks. It's not a big deal. I do it all the time. Tip number 8, do 5 minutes of strength training 2 to 3 times a week. This is so important as we age. And if you're not doing it right now, just start small. I always say some is better than none. We can add more later as your journey progresses, but for now, just 5 minutes of simple bodyweight moves will work. You can start out with some squats, calf raises, and wall push-ups. By the way, any of these can be done throughout your day or while you're in between things. For example, do some squats while you're brushing your teeth, or do wall push-ups while you're making your breakfast. Easy peasy. Here are 2 for my consistency pillar. Tip number 9, have a designated running time on your calendar. Don't just try to fit it in. You have to put this on your schedule like you would put any appointment. It's a very important appointment with yourself. The more predictable it is, the less decision fatigue you'll have. So remember, you're writing the rules. So even if it's just 15 minutes, schedule that 15 minutes in your calendar. And this leads me right into tip number 10, which is to track your streaks, not your pace. Instead of focusing on your pace or how long you want to track your consistency. I showed up 3 days this week. That is a powerful motivator. Your body gets stronger with repetition, not trying to be perfect. I've said it before and I'll say it again. To build a habit, it's more important to focus on quantity. I'd rather you go out for less time, but more frequently. And last but not least, the community pillar. Tip number 11, text a running buddy or anybody. Maybe it doesn't have to be a running buddy or a friend before and after your run, especially if you plan on going alone, and say, hey, I'm heading out for a 20-minute run. And then text them afterwards so that you know they're waiting for you and you're not doing this alone. And tip number 12, you can join a group where you feel seen. Not just any Facebook group, but one where women your age and pace are showing up. Seeing others like you makes it easier to believe you can do this too. And if you're not sure where to find that, I've got the space for you. More on that here in a second. I hope you're excited about trying these out. Even one of these tips can give you an aha moment. Imagine what would happen if you applied all 12 consistently. So start with 1 or 2 this week or today and build from there. Or if you want to get crazy, you could add them all in together at one time. Because remember, it's your running story at the end of the day, and you get to make your own rules. I'm just giving you ideas. And hey, if you're still not sure how to bring all of this together, from technique to mindset to the training, let's chat. I've got spots for a free chat with Coach Lisa. I'd love to hear where you're at in your journey and how I can help you. No pressure, seriously. The link is below in the description. See you in the next video.